Jojo has been described before as a dirty tennis ball. But tennis balls can't sing, can they? This is my finch enclosure. That's Mike, the male Bengalese finch there. He is probably suffering the most. He didn't come out into the enclosure hardly at all last night. He was quite frightened. He stayed in the shed, but he's out now of his own accord. Bonnie, where's Bonnie? There's Bonnie. Bonnie is a female zebra finch, and she's fine. Jojo, the canary, is alright in with the finches. The basic rule is the beak. If the beaks are the same, they're okay together. And there are two different types of beaks. Pointed beaks like that. You can see the beak, like a normal bird. Or a bill, like on a budgie. Budgies have different beaks. I don't know if I can possibly show you on Wyman. Wyman is busy preening, but you can see his beak doesn't stick out, it sort of folds down. Can you see it there? So those need to be in a different enclosure. And the enclosure needs to run inside here, inside the shed as well, so they don't mix either in the flight out there or here. This is really the enclosure, but the outside bit is called a flight, you see, because they can fly. And the wood there, that's just dead wood that I found lying around in the woods nearby, the roundabout woodlands, which we explored not so long ago. In fact, last time I was on a major holiday. How bizarre is that? I wonder if I can just sort of move through into this enclosure. The only thing that's a problem is that we don't have a lot of space. But other than that, we knew it was going to be a bit crowded. So here we are. This is the budgie area, and you can see, where is he? That's Jen's up there. Jen's had a rough night. Jen's, bizarrely enough, doesn't like the enclosure. He doesn't like this shed at all. And so he was a little bit upset when yesterday, because it was going to be cold overnight, I decided that they would have to spend the night in the shed and couldn't spend it out. Now, Mike was in here, I think Bonnie had settled down in here, but all the others thought they were going to spend the night out in the flight, and I had to basically catch them and push them in here, and I'm afraid Jens took quite an exception at that. And so I don't think he had a very good night last night. Wyman, too stupid for his own good, really. Wyman just exists wherever he exists. He seemed to have taken it all in his stride, really. Now, you're probably wondering why I've hung coat hangers in here. Because, of course, the decor, everything beyond the frame and the wire, has been added by me, and I'll explain. They love perches. Budgies and finches and all birds love perches. And we do have the wood. But the problem with the wood is that I need to sometimes get in there, so it can't block the door. In which case there's a huge space. And I was thinking, you know, how can I make it so that there's more places for them to hide and sit on? Because basically I haven't yet put up any of their toys, because I shall have to bang some nails into the frame to hang their toys. So I thought, what am I going to do? And I thought, well, there's this twine that I found in B&Q, which is what they're sitting on there. All natural. Jens here has already, he's probably going to do it again in a minute, already started to nibble it. He has yet to realise that when he bites through it, the whole thing will fall down. But then I was thinking, that's fine, but I need perches at different levels as well. And look, they make fantastic perches, and they move as well I've just hung them from the wire, you see, and they move, which the birds like. This particular one is a favourite of Wyman's already. He's started to sit on there a lot of the time and just blow about in the breeze. So that's why I've done that. So, there we are. They're preening themselves, so they're not too bad. Jens is still making some funny noises. He's made some funny noises for the last... since Christmas, really. I think he might have a little bit of arthritis in his back, or something like that, because it used to be when he was bending down into the little cup to eat. These cups are different. They're open. Oops, if I can just show you where. There you are. They're open, so he doesn't actually need to squeeze into a gap to get it. Ooh. That was Jojo, my canary, that was going making a funny noise. Trilling, should I say. So, there we are. Like I say, this is the time they've come out for the first time after their first night, and they all seem to be more or less okay. I'm quite happy. I was quite worried last night.